But once again, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. PS, that is a synopsis or a summary of why we are we are doing this. Before I make a few remarks, Your Excellency, I'd like to give you a brief moment to say a few words and introduce your members of your delegation.
Grazie signor Ministro, caro amico, collega Ministro Murkomen. Sì. E come già avevo fatto come presentazione quando eravamo di là nella tua stanza, faccio pure io la presentazione della mia delegazione. Consigliere Marco Villani, che è il consigliere diplomatico.
As I was saying before, I'm very pleased to be here. Before we start to introduce my delegation, here to my right, we have Minister Marco Villani.
Prefetto Sabina Madaro, che è il direttore degli uffici affari internazionali del mio gabinetto.
Prefect Sabina Madaro, who is in charge of the International Affairs Office.
Centrale della Polizia delle Frontiere e delle Immigrazioni, prefetto Claudio Calzerano. Il dottor Gabriele Gavazzi dell'Ufficio Affari Internazionali del Gabinetto del Ministero dell'Interno. E poi abbiamo qui il nostro ambasciatore che conoscete benissimo. E io sono veramente molto lieto di poterla incontrare in questa occasione, che è l'occasione anche della mia prima visita in Kenya, e la ringrazio per la calorosa accoglienza.
Again, I am very pleased to have this opportunity to meet you during the occasion of my first visit here in Kenya, and thank you again for the warm welcome.
E questo perché il Kenya rappresenta per noi un interlocutore di primaria importanza, e questo sia per noi che per l'intera comunità internazionale.
And that is why Kenya represents a partner of primary importance for Italy, but also for the international community.
È un interlocutore importante non solo per il ruolo economico e diplomatico che svolge nell'Africa orientale, ma anche per il contributo determinante che continua ad assicurare.
And that is not only for the economic and diplomatic role it plays in East Africa, but also for the decisive contribution that it continues to make for the security of the region.
Siamo molto consapevoli dell'impegno che il vostro Paese profonde nel contrasto al terrorismo e all'estremismo violento.
We are fully aware of your country's commitment in the fight against terrorism as well as violent extremism.
Specialmente contro il gruppo jihadista Al-Shabaab e attraverso il ruolo nel sostegno alla Somalia, dove peraltro mi recherò domani.
Especially against the jihadist group Al-Shabaab, and also through the role you play in supporting Somalia, where I will be going tomorrow.
L'Italia sostiene con convinzione il rafforzamento delle capacità istituzionali e della cooperazione internazionale per la stabilità della regione.
Italy strongly supports the strengthening of institutional capacities, but also international cooperation for the stability of the region.
E anche per questo il Kenya occupa un posto centrale per noi anche nell'attuazione del piano Mattei, con il quale l'Italia vuole costruire partenariati sempre più solidi, concreti e reciprocamente vantaggiosi con i paesi africani.
And it is for that occupies a central place. Implementation of the so-called Mattei plan, through which Italy intends to build an increasingly solid, concrete, and also mutually beneficial partnerships with the African countries.
E d'altronde la visita del Presidente della Repubblica Sergio Mattarella in Kenya nel 2023 e lo scorso aprile quella del Presidente Ruto in Italia sono la testimonianza della qualità del dialogo politico che esiste tra i nostri paesi.
And in that regard, the visit of our President of the Republic, Mattarella, here in Kenya in 2023, as well as the visit of your President Ruto this past April in Italy, it testifies to the quality of the political dialogue that is between our two countries.
Ed in questa prospettiva l'adozione del piano d'azione 2026-2029 imprime un nuovo slancio alla cooperazione bilaterale anche nei settori della sicurezza, della gestione delle migrazioni e del contrasto alle minacce transnazionali.
And it is specifically within the adoption of the Italy-Kenya Action Plan 2026-2029 gives a new momentum to our bilateral cooperation, also in the fields of security, migration management, and the fight against transnational threats.
E proprio sul terreno della sicurezza io credo che la lettera di intenti che firmiamo oggi rappresenta un passaggio di grande importanza politica. Stiamo inoltre lavorando intensamente per la stipula del più ampio accordo di cooperazione in materia di sicurezza che farà fare un salto di qualità ai rapporti tra i nostri ministeri.
And it is within the field of security that the letter of intent that we will be signing today represents a very important political milestone. I would also like to add that we are working intensively on the conclusion of a broader security cooperation agreement, which I believe will significantly upgrade the relationship between our two ministers.
E grazie proprio a questo accordo riusciremo a rafforzare ulteriormente la collaborazione nella prevenzione e nel contrasto della criminalità organizzata transnazionale, del
and fight against transnational organized crime, as well as terrorism, but also migrant smuggling, drug trafficking, and emerging threats.
E sarà particolarmente importante per numerosi ambiti operativi.
And as for the implementation of the agreement, that will allow us to build on relationships that are already solid between our police forces across several operational areas.
Mi riferisco da ultimo alla missione, alle proficue missioni che a giugno 2 vostre delegazioni hanno effettuato presso il mio ministero, permettendoci di confrontarci sulle strategie di gestione dell'ordine pubblico e sulle best practice per il contrasto alle principali minacce transnazionali, specie i crimini finanziari.
And among other things, I'm also referring to the very fruitful missions that were carried out this past June by 2 of your delegations to my ministry. And that was a great occasion for us to exchange views on public order strategies and also best practices for addressing major transnational threats, especially in terms of financial crime.
Penso inoltre alla collaborazione che l'Arma dei Carabinieri e il vostro servizio di Polizia Nazionale attuano con il memorandum sottoscritto nel 2023, che ha aperto nuove prospettive anche nella tutela dell'ambiente, e proprio per approfondire con le vostre forze di polizia e con le autorità onusiane la tematica dei crimini ambientali è stata di grande utilità la recente missione dei nostri carabinieri qui a Nairobi.
And I would also like to take this opportunity to recall the cooperation between our Carabinieri and your National Police Service under the memorandum that was signed in 2023, which opened new perspective, also in terms of environmental protection. And it is in this regard that the recent mission of our Carabinieri here in the city of Nairobi was very useful to further deepen our cooperation with your police forces and also with the UN authorities on environmental crime.
Un ulteriore fronte su cui è imprescindibile avere un approccio condiviso è la lotta al narcotraffico. L'unica strada per reprimere efficacemente questa piaga è l'alleanza tra le forze di polizia. E in questo senso la vostra partecipazione al progetto per il contrasto al traffico di eroina attraverso la rotta del sud, sviluppato dalla polizia italiana con Interpol, ha una valenza strategica.
And another essential area which I would like to bring up and which requires a shared approach in the fight against drug trafficking is specifically this. And it's for this reason that the only effective way to address this plague, this scourge, is police cooperation. And in this sense, your participation in the project against heroin traffic along the so-called southern route developed by the Italian police with Interpol is of highly importance.
Analogamente noi possiamo combattere efficacemente il traffico di esseri umani solo attraverso la cooperazione tra i paesi di origine, quelli di transito e di destinazione, ed è proprio per questo che crediamo molto nel programma ITEPA, che anche grazie proprio alla vostra partecipazione sta diventando un punto di riferimento nella gestione delle frontiere, nel contrasto all'immigrazione irregolare e nel rafforzamento delle capacità operative delle forze di polizia africane.
In a similar way, trafficking in human beings can only be countered through cooperation between countries of origin, but also countries of transit and countries of destination. And that is why we strongly support the so-called ITPA program, which also thanks to your participation is becoming a key reference point for border management in the fight against irregular migration and also the strengthening of African police operational capacities.
Il vostro paese peraltro è al centro delle dinamiche migratorie dell'Africa orientale, quale punto di origine, di accoglienza e di transito di importanti flussi regionali, e conosciamo tutti gli sforzi che state sostenendo nella gestione dei rifugiati e dell'impatto delle crisi regionali sui movimenti di popolazioni nell'intera area del Corno d'Africa.
We're fully aware of the fact that your country is at the heart of migration dynamics here in East Africa because it acts as a country of origin, a country of transit, and a destination for very significant regional flows. And in that regard, we're fully aware of the efforts that you're making in order to manage the refugees and also the impact of the regional crisis on the movements of people across the entire Horn of Africa.
E noi siamo pienamente consapevoli di quanto la tenuta del vostro sistema abbia fin qui contribuito a contenere gli effetti regionali potenzialmente più ampi, ed è per questo che poi mi piacerebbe conoscere la sua opinione sulla situazione attuale e sui possibili sviluppi futuri, specie in relazione all'instabilità della Somalia.
And I'm also fully aware of how the resilience of your architecture, of your system, has helped contain the potentially wider regional effects. So it is for this reason that I would be interested in hearing your point of view on the current situation and for possible future developments, especially referring to the instability of Somalia.
E dal nostro punto di vista stiamo assistendo nell'ultimo anno in Italia ad un sensibile aumento degli arrivi dei cittadini somali, che rappresentano ad oggi la seconda nazionalità di migranti che sbarcano in Italia. Provengono tutti dalla Libia, dove arrivano dopo aver attraversato Etiopia e Sudan, a volte passando da Djibouti ed Egitto, e in alcuni casi risulta anche dopo essere passati dal Kenya.
So, from our point of view, from our perspective, we have seen a significant increase over the past year in arrivals of Somali nationals, and they currently represent the second largest nationality among migrants coming to Italy. We all know that they all come from Libya, where they arrive after crossing Ethiopia, but also Sudan, and sometimes through Djibouti and Egypt, in some cases also through your country.
E per incidere su questi flussi noi dobbiamo intervenire prima che i migranti intraprendano questi viaggi pericolosi, realizzando lungo le principali rotte e strutture cui possono ricevere orientamento, assistenza e soprattutto informazioni sulle alternative all'immigrazione irregolare, vale a dire dai percorsi di immigrazione legale alle forme di protezione internazionale fino al rimpatrio volontario assistito.
And to address these flows, I believe we must act before migrants embark on these very dangerous journeys. And in order for us to do so, we need to establish along the route some key facilities where they can receive guidance, but also assistance and information on alternatives to irregular migration. And I'm thinking about legal pathways for migration, such as international protection, but also assisted voluntary return.
La logica del cosiddetto approccio basato sulle rotte, che sia l'OIM che l'UNHCR stanno perseguendo in qualche modo e sul quale anche il Kenya per il ruolo che svolge nei movimenti migratori nell'Africa orientale potrebbe offrire un contributo determinante e la nostra cooperazione ci potrà consentire in questo modo di rafforzare la gestione delle frontiere, contrastare le reti di traffico di migranti ed affrontare le cause economiche delle migrazioni irregolari attraverso programmi di sviluppo.
This is the logic of the so-called route-based approach, which is highly promoted by IOM as well as UNHCR, in which Kenya, given its role in migration flows in East Africa, I believe could make a decisive contribution by hosting and also by developing such initiatives. This cooperation framework will also allow us to strengthen border management, but also to disrupt migrant smuggling networks, and also to address the economic causes of irregular migration through developing programs.
Comunque, al di là dell'incremento degli arrivi dei cittadini somali, oggi l'Italia, la situazione sta migliorando molto perché dopo una drastica riduzione degli sbarchi complessivamente registrata nel 2023 e nel 2024, 58% in meno rispetto all'anno precedente, abbiamo consolidato questo andamento nel 2025 e adesso nel primo semestre del 2026 stiamo registrando un'ulteriore forte diminuzione di oltre il 50% degli arrivi rispetto allo stesso periodo dello scorso anno.
Now, beyond the increase in Somali nationals that are coming to our country, we are observing a decrease, an overall decrease in irregular arrivals to our coasts. So we've seen a sharp reduction recorded between 2023 and 2024 of about 58%, and we have consolidated this trend throughout 2025. And in the first half of 2026, so this year, we are seeing a further drop of over 50% compared to the same period last year.
E sono risultati che sono frutto delle proficue partnership che abbiamo instaurato non solo con i paesi di transito, vale a dire Libia, Tunisia ed Algeria, ma anche con tutti i principali paesi di origine dei flussi, in particolare con Bangladesh e Pakistan, con i quali abbiamo stipulato accordi per rafforzare i canali di migrazione legale a fronte di un maggiore impegno nella prevenzione delle partenze e sui rimpatri. Quindi questo paradigma, offrire canali di ingresso regolari per contrastare le partenze irregolari, ed è in questa prospettiva che tra poco con molto piacere stipulerò, dopo il nostro incontro con il primo ministro Mudavadi, il memorandum sulla migrazione e sulla mobilità.
So these results are clearly the outcome of our partnerships that we have established, not only with transit countries such as Libya, Tunisia, Algeria in particular, but also with countries of origin. And in particular, I'm thinking about Bangladesh and Pakistan, where we have signed agreements to strengthen legal migration channels in exchange for let's say, a greater commitment on preventing departures and on return. So it's an exchange that we have between our two countries. We offer legal pathways. And in this perspective, I also shortly signed with your Prime Minister the Memorandum on Migration and Mobility.
Questo avevo piacere di dirti e quindi sono molto contento anche della sottoscrizione con te di questa lettera di intenti, di questo lavoro che prosegue sull'accordo che ci ripromettiamo di firmare, e quindi ti rinnovo l'invito in Italia tra qualche mese, insomma appena possibile, al più presto possibile, potendoci dare l'occasione anche di sottoscrivere questo accordo in modo da coniugare efficacia insomma della nostra collaborazione e anche un momento di piacevole incontro che rinnoveremo in Italia.
So again, I would like to renew my invitation for your entire delegation to come to Italy. This is all I had to say. This is my pleasure. I'm very happy that we will be signing this letter, and I'm very happy of the work that has been done. And I'm also sure that your visit to Italy in a few months, or I believe as soon as possible, let's say, will be the occasion of signing the agreement, but it will also be a moment of pleasure.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the comprehensive capture of the areas of cooperation between our two great countries. It is my greatest pleasure to welcome you again, Your Excellency, to your delegation to Kenya. And this very important visit reflects the deep and enduring friendship between our two countries. Kenya and Italy have enjoyed very strong bilateral relations since we established our diplomatic relations in 1964, and we formalized the cooperation agreements in 1985, which were based on technical and economic development cooperation areas. And I must say that this very strong relationship is reflected not just in words, but real tangible results that have emanated in various sectors, and particularly in the security sector, both defense and internal security, including areas of migration. And, so you have captured really, generally, some of the areas we work together. Today, we are here to build on the momentum created by the state visit of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, to Italy in March 2023, where the two governments affirmed our resolve to strengthen cooperation across strategic sectors, including security, migration, trade, investment, and development. To be specific, Your Excellency, is that at the same time there was a memorandum that was signed between the Carabinieri of the Italian Republic and the National Police Service. Such agreement was signed between Honorable Edmondo Sirielli and PS Korir Singoe, and that has really enhanced our structured engagement, capacity building, exchange programs that have strengthened our operational capability as the National Police Service. And let me just mention a few areas that we have benefited from that cooperation in the National Police Service. There have been areas of training and capacity building, and which has covered such areas as anti-drug trafficking training, intelligence sharing techniques, counter-terrorism best practices, and bilateral cooperation. Very important anti-organized crime training, which is aimed at curbing transnational organized crime networks, which includes human trafficking, drug trafficking, and so forth. They have been training also, very important for us, of our General Service Unit Police to deal with riot control and crowd management, and high-risk operational training, including redeployment and tactical operations, and so forth. Our Directorate of Criminal Investigations benefited from the criminal justice and legal assistance by cooperating with your embassy here in Nairobi, training on the areas that I have mentioned. We have also, our Administration Police Service has got an opportunity for various training opportunities, high-level management courses in Vicenza in Italy. There has been United Nations trainings that were supported by the Italian government, and so forth and so forth. If I was to list, it's a very, very high list of benefits that have emanated from that cooperation. I must also say that the security landscape continues to evolve, presenting increasingly complex challenges that transcend our national borders, as you have rightly captured. These are areas like terrorism and violent extremism, transnational organized crime, cybercrime, trafficking in persons, illicit financial flows, and other emerging threats, which require stronger international partnership and coordination with proper responses. And these coordinated responses are extremely important, as you have captured, that we need to focus on new approaches that are such as route-based approaches. Yeah, like you have rightly captured in your speech. I was in the, like when the PS came visiting last month to Rome on an exchange visit about strengthening the security in our city. I also had an opportunity to go to the UK. And this question of migration continues to be an evolving challenge. And the Minister for Security in the United Kingdom shared with me also the challenges that we are dealing with in terms of migrants that find their way all the way to Europe. And you have captured very well that some of the challenges in migration is the routes, some are passing through our country because of the neighboring countries and so forth. And we welcome efforts towards strengthening our partnership to block these routes and protect innocent. Most of these persons trafficked are extremely innocent. They find themselves in a racket of engagement with scrupulous traffickers that want to benefit from illicit proceeds or proceeds of illicit trade, including human trafficking. We welcome Italy's integrated approach that recognizes the strong link between development, migration, management, and security. We appreciate Italy's commitment to partnership that promotes sustainable development, strengthen institutions, and this has been very evident in terms of the working partnership with the police and defense in terms of institutional capacity building in the security sector. Your promotion of economic opportunities to address underlying drivers of irregular migration. This comprehensive approach adopted by your country complements Kenya's own development priorities and our commitment to safe, orderly, and regular migration. And as you've captured, Kenya welcomes the prioritization of the Mateis plan that links management of security. That links development, migration, and development of our security sector. As a key partner in this region and as a regional leader in security and peace, Kenya remains committed to working with international partners to safeguard our citizens, secure our borders, and contribute to peace and stability within the Africa region, the Horn of Africa, and beyond. And Your Excellency, we are very happy with your visit here and also the fact that you will go to Somalia. We know that Italy and Somalia have very strong historical ties, and the stability of the government of Somalia is extremely important for the people of Kenya and the security of this country. We spend a lot of resources to protect our border, particularly with Somalia. And efforts to stabilize government in Somalia, expedite matters development, have more inclusive governance structure, and particularly in the region that borders our country, because Somalia is a bit federated, so it has a devolved system of government and strong regional governments, and there's always, the pull and push between the center and the federated states, and having that kind of stability is extremely important for us. And when there are clashes across the board, it affects, it negatively impacts our country. And therefore, second is to say that, we have a very large refugee population from the Somalia in the northern part of this country, northeastern part of the country. And this refugee challenge comes together also with security challenges, because we have to vet, screen, deal with easy movement of people across the border. And that is where the confusion also comes in terms of human trafficking and the movements that you've really captured between here, Ethiopia, Sudan, Libya, and find themselves either having challenges in the sea or eventually Italy and other countries having to deal with the consequences of those level of migration. So I think that, and I agree with you, that we need to move from this letter of intent to the strengthening this collaboration for security purposes. We recognize our position as a country in terms of leadership in matters of security and peace, and we welcome Italian support and international community support towards making Horn of Africa, East Africa, and our neighboring countries to become as peaceful. I wanted also to say that we appreciate Italy's leadership in the G7 and your support in the AI Hub for Sustainable Development, which includes Kenya, and it reflects in the growing focus on technology, migration, and security as interconnected priorities. As a country, we have really embraced the technology, and we believe that your leadership on areas like AI and sustainable development, it will be, and our president was in the G7 recently meeting, and this is an area that we agreed to partner together, strengthen our capabilities technology-wise. I think that, Italy, I cannot speak about Italy for 30 minutes and speak the whole day between cooperation between Italy and Kenya. And I just want to, I have not even captured areas of cooperation when it comes to maritime arrangements with the support of our defense, which is our Navy, Kenya Navy, but also working together with our Coast Guard, which is the internal part of it in terms of securing internal security. We have a very good cooperation in the defense sector. We have an excellent cooperation in the aviation, space and technology cooperation, which includes engagement with the Italian Air Force and the cooperation linked to the Luigi Braglio Space Center in Malindi. I hope I have pronounced it rightly. When I come to Italy, I will improve my pronunciation, which with the discussion on the geoimagery, UAVs, and disaster management technologies. That center is extremely important for us, and you're doing a fantastic job to support us in sharing information, dealing with issues of climate change, weather patterns, and and you know the link between the same and the internal security of our country, climate change and internal security. So we appreciate the cooperation in the Space Center. As I say that we appreciate also the technical training of government officers through the Kenya School of Government cooperation with Italian institutions. We were, as a matter of fact, just to towards the closing of my remarks, as I said, I don't want to say more than that. We are in the process of reforming our police service here in the city of Nairobi. Yeah. And the PS internal security, as part of our benchmarking tours, the PS internal security was in Rome, and we would like to partner with you further in this area. Because this is a big city, you have great expertise in dealing with organized crime in urban areas. Yeah. And gangs and organized crimes. We would like to reorganize the security in the city to respond to those challenges, which includes drug trafficking, human trafficking, also within, because a lot of human trafficking also happens in slum areas, you know, low-cost areas and so forth. So security response in a city like ours is extremely important. We look forward to, when we sign the MOU, expanding these areas of cooperation and strengthening our partnership in the city of Nairobi. And twinning Nairobi and Rome. We would like to see more in terms of security issues, so that we can learn more from your expertise. I think that, and then finally, we would like to request that we cooperate more in terms of these areas of technology and information sharing, which is ongoing. We continue with our efforts towards information sharing and intelligence sharing. So I can say this on and on, Your Excellency. I'm very excited that you're in Kenya. Please don't be in a hurry to go back. I know being a Minister of Security is a very demanding job. But when you get that very short time, you don't need to go to Malindi only. There is a place called Masai Mara. You can also visit other parts of Kenya. And I want to say, without fear of contradiction, that Ambassador Monaco has come in and continues to push our partnership, even and strengthening that partnership. And we appreciate his proactiveness in engaging our various ministries, and he's doing a fantastic job. On your invitation to Italy, I look forward to visiting. It will be my first time. So it will always remember that it is courtesy of your invitation that I will finally have a chance to visit Italy and Rome. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Grazie signor Ministro, grazie. E niente, non ci resta che adesso sottoscrivere questa lettera di intenti e stringere il lavoro, anche grazie alla spinta che darà il nostro ambasciatore, il lavoro e quello che seguiremo noi da Roma, il lavoro che faremo per raggiungere quanto prima questo accordo. Mi farà molto piacere, e anzi essere l'artefice dell'ospitalità di questa tua prima visita in Italia, quindi mi fa molto piacere.
Again, thank you. And just to cap what we have said, it will be my pleasure for us to sign the agreement. It will be my pleasure to lead this work that was pushed by Ambassador here, and I will be able to push from Rome. And only this kind of cooperation will lead us to the achievement, to the signing of the agreement. And again, it will be my pleasure to host you in your first visit in Italy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Poi ci vedremo anche questa sera in residenza, nella residenza dell'ambasciatore, per la cena che ci offre, quindi sarà un'ulteriore occasione per incontrarci e scambiare due chiacchiere.
And we will also see you tonight at the residence of the ambassador, so that will be the occasion to exchange a few more words.
As you know, this job is very demanding, but I will try to squeeze my time to be able to be with you. Thank you. So you are now. We can take our seats. We can take our seats there to sign the cooperation agreement. Thank you, Excellencies.
Yes. I don't know if you finish this one.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Can stand and take a picture. Exchange which one? So nani anashika gani?
Così.
Exchange.
Andiamo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Grazie.